What is up, everybody? This is Eric, the one and only barrier collector, and today I will be reviewing a game that is a favorite of mine from my childhood, a game that I really enjoyed playing when I was a kid and I really like. And it's a game that not a lot of people know about, and it's a game that I think a lot of people slept on, and I believe that it's a underrated game. I think it's a hidden gem for the NES. And that game, and I hope I pronounce it correctly, is Xexyz, or I call it Xexyz for the NES. Now, this game was published by Hudson Soft, but it was developed by Atlas, believe it or not. And the game came out back in 1990. You play as this young warrior named Apollo who's out to rescue the Princess Maria from an evil group of robot aliens that is trying to take over the world in a post-apocalyptic Earth in the year, I believe, 2777 or something like that. You travel to 12 levels. The game alternates from a side-scrolling shooter, from a platformer to a side-scrolling shooter. So even numbers are shooting level stages, odd numbers are platforming stages, a la Mario Brothers style stages. And you go along collecting these crystals to gain access to the main fortress of the alien to defeat them and save the Earth. This was a very fun game. How I found out about the game, I think I either read it on a magazine or something like that. It's one of those games that it's to this day is not an expensive game to own. It's rather cheap, and it's one of those games that you can find almost anywhere. I remember when I was a kid, it's a copy of a game that was very common to find in the wild. But to me, it was a very interesting game, and I had a lot of fun playing it. And I always used to think why people never really spoke about it. Some people say that the label sucks. I think the label looks awesome with the galaxy, the name Xexyz and Hudson Soft and all of that. The cover is really unique. But all in all, it's a very fun game that I used to play when I was a kid. Now, how I got this particular copy that is all warped and burnt from the sun. Interestingly enough, the game does play. I tested it out when I bought it. I bought this copy probably when I first started collecting video games again. When I was a kid, I owned an original copy, and I think I owned a complete copy. Excuse me. And then when I started collecting video games, I ran into this copy and I bought it for only a few bucks, less than $5, because of the way the condition of the game was. And I took a gamble. I bought it at the San Jose flea market. And I got it, and when I tested it, it worked. I did open it, and the chip is intact. It's in great shape. It's just the front of it, and I never bothered getting getting something different. You could tell they probably switched the case. Probably got an original cartridge, and they got that one. Now, going back to the game, there is no PAL version of the game. There is a US version, which is this one, and there is a Japanese version, but the Japanese version is slightly different than this one. The Japanese version is based on a mythological character from Japan. Let me look up the name of it, because the name is very unique. It's I know it's what's the character's legend? It's sorry if I butcher the name. It's based upon the Famicom version is based upon the Tales of Urashima Taro, which is a little bit different based on that legend, and it has a couple of cutscenes in the Japanese one. I've seen gameplay of that one. But all in all, and it has 3 endings, unlike this one. But all in all, it's pretty much the same as the gameplay in the style. Very, very fun game. I swear that when you go to one of the shops in the game, the music, a fellow YouTuber that does video gameplays uses that same tune, but I forgot who uses it. But I recognized the tune, and I'm like, oh, no wonder I knew I recognized it when I heard it. but I forgot who that YouTube person was. But anyways, very fun game that I highly recommend you guys. This is a game that is rather fun. There's only another game that's very similar to gameplay of this particular style, and that other game is Air Fortress for the NES, which is a game that I'm gonna be doing. I'm probably gonna be doing a review in the near future. But definitely this one is one of those games that is underrated, and it's very fun. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy the gameplay footage of the game. This has been Eric, the one and only Bay Area Collector. You guys take care. Peace out.